A young woman battling both leukemia and pancreatic cancer. The cops say she wasn't sick at all. They say she was faking it to rake in thousands of dollars in donations.
I want people to live. I want to live. You know, I want there to be a cure.
That's Maddie Russo, a 19-year-old college student speaking about suffering from cancer.
They found a mass on my pancreas, and I had stage 2 pancreatic cancer at just 19 years old.
She documented her treatment in a series of heartbreaking social media posts.
Before I even started chemo, I harvested my eggs with the OBGYN. And basically it's just you're kind of like freezing your eggs.
She not only claimed to have pancreatic cancer, but leukemia and a tumor on her spine the size of a football. She raised over $37,000 on a GoFundMe page. Louis Frillman was so moved by her plight, he donated $1,000.
What struck a chord with you about her story?
She was a very young person that appeared to be in a serious amount of trouble.
And your heart went out to her.
She was totally believable.
But police in Iowa have arrested her, calling it an elaborate scam. The alleged scam was first spotted by doctors who wondered about this image that supposedly showed her getting chemo. It's not the way a medical port should look. The telltale giveaways, it's not sterile and it's not secured with medical tape. Look, this is a real medical port used for cancer patients. It's easy to see the difference. I spoke with cancer patient Anna Kauer-Kovetsky.
So the chest port is actually like a little port under my skin. It was inserted by a surgeon.
Millions of people donate to GoFundMe accounts. But how do you know your money is really going to someone in need? As Lisa Guerrero reports, there are a number of scams out there.
When tragedy strikes, GoFundMe is the place to go to raise money. $10 million raised for victims of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas school shooting last year. $15 million donated by generous people after a tractor-trailer collided with a bus, killing 16 passengers. There are hundreds of worthy causes on the site, but sometimes GoFundMe is used by criminals to turn it into GoFraudMe.
I'm Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition. What you're being accused of is despicable. Did you intentionally injure your dog so that you could raise money from a GoFundMe site?
Reed Herjo made this claim about his 13-week-old puppy, Atlas. Myself, Atlas, and a friend were in a severe hit-and-run accident when someone ran a stop sign. Both his back legs are broke, he claimed on GoFundMe. People were so moved, they sent in $14,065. Turns out there was no car accident. Police say the dog's legs were broken when Herjo kicked him.
Our investigation determined that the subject had actually abused this animal and caused injuries to the animal that he was now trying to raise money for in a misleading way.
You raised over $14,000 on a GoFundMe site. What did you do with the money?
He pleaded guilty to animal cruelty. Then there is the case of 38-year-old Jeremiah Smith, an avid dart player who told his friends he had cancer and only months to live.
It broke my heart. I mean, I cried many times with him.
These good people were so touched, they donated to Smith's GoFundMe.
There were people that probably never heard of him that donated.
You couldn't help but donate. Even if I couldn't afford it, I was donating.
Turns out Smith was never sick. He spent $23,000 in GoFundMe donations on paying off debts, video games, and marijuana. He's pleaded guilty to theft.
He welcomed it and took advantage of so many people, and it was gut-wrenching, and to this day I'm still angry.
I hope they think twice.
The tears from a mom on a story from Pahrumps channel KPVM looks sincere. Deputies say 31-year-old Tiffany Dearman told the world her boy had leukemia, but she was lying.
The child is healthy and has never been diagnosed with leukemia. There are no records of the child receiving any treatments or being under the care of any physician.
Investigators say Dearman solicited money from a GoFundMe account and even asked for donations from deputies and firefighters. In a now deactivated GoFundMe page called Help Me Get My Son to Phoenix and organized by Tiffany Dearman, the post says, I'm a single mom of 2 boys, one who was recently diagnosed with lymphocytic leukemia. The page raised around $500.
December 30th, he goes for his first treatment in Arizona.
In this interview from December 26th, the video shows how the Nye County Sheriff's Office, the Pahrump Valley Fire Department, and local businesses all rallied together to get presents for Tiffany's children.
A little boy was diagnosed with a horrible little disease.
The sheriff tells me after the heartwarming video aired, someone on January 17th came to investigators saying the boy was not sick. Dearman was booked into the Nye County Detention Center and faces charges of obtaining money under false pretense. GoFundMe said in a statement the campaign was removed and they banned the organizer. All donors will get a refund. The sheriff tells me she feels sorry for the family and is glad the kids at the center of it all got to enjoy themselves.
Christmas for two wonderful little boys.
Scammers taking advantage of the deadly Tico accident to make some quick cash. ABC Action News reporter Isabel Rosales spoke with the widow of Frank Lee Jones. He's the fourth victim to pass. She's warning other families tonight in a story you will only see on ABC Action News.
At first glance, it seems legit. Personal pictures of the Jones family, a summary of their story, and nearly $1,000 donated. But the Jones family insisting this is all a fraud. Tracy has known Frank Lee Jones since they were children and became his wife just a year ago in June.
I lost my friend. I lost my husband. I lost my confidant.
Right now, their son Gary Marine Jr. is in a fight for his life at Tampa General. Father and son severely burned by the molten slag in this deadly accident. But Tracy knew something was wrong when she kept getting calls about this GoFundMe.
I wasn't aware of it. Gaffer wasn't aware of it. The family wasn't aware of it, so.
Taking a closer look, red flags.
Say my husband died on the 8th and my husband died on the 9th.
What is the Jones family support?
I don't know.
Doesn't exist.
No.
What's worse, the campaign claims to be created on behalf of their daughter, except she never touched the site. Plus, there's no way to directly get a hold of the organizer, who isn't Facebook verified.
How dare you disrespect my husband, me, the family? It was an insult.
And to the cold-hearted person who took advantage of a community's generosity using her husband's name.
Don't just let him be. Let him rest.
This is money the family could have used. They're struggling to figure out how to lay Frank to rest, and their youngest, just 8 years old.
You know, somebody could be so mean, so cruel. You know, I've never seen people like this, and it's sad.
Tracy did report this account as a scam, but as we were working on the story, the person behind the campaign closed it down. Now remember that for Gaffin, there is just one official campaign, this one.
It was a story about the kindness of strangers that had Americans talking and giving. Meg Oliver has the twist.
New Jersey prosecutor Scott Kofina called the story about an act of kindness a complete lie.
It was fictitious and illegal, and there are consequences.
Last November, Kate McClure said that 35-year-old Johnny Bobbitt, a homeless veteran, gave her his last $20 after she ran out of gas. McClure and her boyfriend, Mark D'Amico, started a GoFundMe campaign that raised over $400,000, claiming the money would be used to take care of their new friend. Investigators say it never happened and that D'Amico, McClure, and Bobbitt, who they met a month before, created the fake story to solicit money. Authorities say Bobbitt received about $75,000 and the couple spent most of the rest on trips and a luxury car.
D'Amico, McClure, and Bobbitt conspired to pass off a fake, feel-good story that would compel donors to contribute to their cause.
But the story began to unravel in August. Bobbitt wanted more money, even filing suit against McClure and D'Amico. That prompted authorities to launch an investigation. Officials searched the couple's home, seized property, and found text messages exposing the scam.
If they hadn't started fighting over the money, would they have gotten away with this?
It's a good chance they might have.
Officials say GoFundMe will reimburse the donors who were duped. All three of the alleged con artists now face up to 10 years in prison if convicted.